Morning. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Hope you're having a great start to your day. As I mentioned in the post, we're going to start with a very strong leg series, but let's come onto our mat and start grounding into the day first. You can start standing. You can have the feet hip width distance apart. You can have the feet together if you'd like, whatever feels good to you. And as you close the eyes, have the hands facing forward. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back and lift up through the heart. As you pull the belly button in, tuck the chin, and we'll get started by closing the eyes, sealing the lips, and we'll take 3 big breaths in and out of the mouth. After that third breath, seal the mouth closed. Bring all of your awareness to your breath, breathing deeply in and out of the nose. Keep a smile on your face. Keep all of your attention connected to your breath. Feel the feet grounding into the floor. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. Take one more deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. We'll seal the lips. Blink the eyes open. And on your inhale, extend the arms out and up. Palms touch overhead. And then exhale to hinge over the thighs down all the way to the floor. As you inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward and the booty back. And then exhale to fold forward all the way down over the thighs. Bend in the knees. Bring the arms out and up. Look at the thumbs as they touch overhead. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. And let's do that one more time. As you inhale, lift the arms up. Fingertips reach to the ceiling. Palms touch. As you exhale, hinge at the hips. Come all the way down. Try and keep a flat back. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Crown reaches forward, shoulder blades back. Exhale to fold forward over the thighs. Bend in the knees. As you inhale, arms come up to rise. Palms touch. Exhale the hands to the heart. One more time. You can keep the eyes open or maybe close them to keep the focus directed inward. As you inhale, arms lift up. Palms touch. Lead with the heart. Exhale over the thighs. Pull the belly button to the navel, towards the back of the spine, excuse me. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold all the way down over the thighs. Bend in the knees. Inhale to rise. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Feel the feet rooting into the floor. Lift up through the torso. Grow tall through the back of the neck. Take one more breath here, arriving in this moment. On your next inhale, blink the eyes open. Arms come up. Leave the arms up, shoulder width distance apart. Grab the right wrist with the left hand and lean over to the left side. Soften the right shoulder down the back, but still root into the left foot, this left foot, so you can grow nice and tall through the right side. Soften the right shoulder. Take one more breath. And then inhale to come back to center, switch wrists, lean over to the other side. Relax the left shoulder, root now into the right foot, and then take another breath to grow tall along the left side of the torso. As you inhale, let's come back to center. Bring the hands together behind the back and bring it into a little back bend. Push the hips forward, root into the feet, and then soften the shoulders down the back. Take one more breath. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips. Heart leads the way all the way down. Release the hands into opposite elbows, and then widen the feet wider than the hips. Put a little bit of a bend in the knees, sway from side to side. Bruno. Now as you ground into the feet, feel the booty lift up towards the ceiling. Stay with your practice even with any distractions. Take one more breath here. And then bring the feet back hip-width distance apart. Bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way back up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Take a breath. No, we don't have to rush into our practice to get a good workout or to become grounded or balanced. As you take one more breath here, think of a positive quality that you want to attach to the day. Maybe it's the word happy. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's just being present. And take one more breath. Blink the eyes open. As you inhale, let's extend the arms out and up. And as you exhale, we'll hinge forward all the way down, just like we've been doing. Release the hands, and I want you to step the left foot back. And it doesn't have to be so far back that the heel is off the earth. I want the heel to be able to comfortably come down to the earth. Make sure that the heels aren't on the same line of energy, and then straighten through that front foot as well. Press through the ball of the right toe, right behind that big toe, the big toe mound. Press that really hard into the floor, and then you're going to keep a slight bend in the knee. Keep the knees really supple. Reach the heart forward, and then on an inhale, reach the crown of the head forward, tuck the chin. If this is too much, you can always bring the hand to this thigh. It might make it a little bit harder with the core, but you'll have a little bit of leverage. And also, if you have any props, you can also bring those underneath the hands. Come up onto the fingertips too. That's another option. You can also shorten or widen, lengthen the stance. So once you find the position that's good for you, feel that right hip pull back, ground through the left heel of the foot, and then again, press the ball of the right toe mound into the floor. Crown reaches forward. Take one more breath. You should be feeling this along the back side of the right hamstring. And then you can choose to stay here, or if you'd like, you can begin to hinge forward all the way down over that right thigh. Maybe flatten the palms, gaze back towards the left toe. And then can you take a couple of breaths here to breathe into the pose? Still keep the core engaged by pulling the belly button towards the spine. That's going to help with your balance. And it's also going to protect the low back. We'll take one more breath here. And then I want you to put a slight little bend in this right knee, and then step the left foot all the way back. So now the heel is up and we're in a lunge. Engage the core. When you're ready, you're going to come up into your lunge. Press into the ball of the foot. Make sure that the hips are pointing forward along with the shoulder points. And then you'll keep the core engaged. If this is too much for the arms, you can bring them down to the heart or maybe even down to the hips. And then I want you to think about lifting up through the torso. Keep the back leg nice and firm. And then you can also think about rotating the inner left thigh back towards the back of the room. One more breath in. Keep the core engaged. Keep the torso growing nice and tall. Both legs are firmed. Both legs are engaged. Take one more breath in wherever you want the hands to be. And then in a moment, we're going to come into balancing on this right leg, coming into warrior three. Left leg will extend back, kind of like an airplane pose. I'm keeping my hands on the hips today. As you inhale, try and come onto standing in one sweeping motion. So as you do that, you can use balance, keep the core working, reach the left heel back, keep grounding into the right foot, hover the torso over the floor, take one more full breath. On your inhale, keep balancing on the right foot. Come all the way up, left knee in line with the left hip. Keep rooting in through that right leg. If you come out of your balance, that's no problem. You're probably a little bit wobbly anyways from it being the morning. So see if you can ground into that right leg. Use the heart to lift higher towards the ceiling. Now put a slight bend in the right knee. Cross the left leg all the way over. Find your balance. So with the legs crossed, we have eagle legs. Arms come out to a cactus pose. Bring the left elbow underneath the right for eagle arms. You can always keep the hands at the hips or at the heart. Press the elbows away. Press the palms away. Take one more breath. Keep the legs where they are, hands to the hips if they're not. Balance back on that right leg. Lift the left knee in line with the hip. Take one more breath in to grow tall, and then release the left foot down next to the right. Come into mountain pose. Now I want you to feel now the difference that you've created in both legs. This right leg should be fired, really nice and burning on the quads and the hamstrings. Now as you root into the feet, reach the heart forward, close the eyes. Take a couple of breaths to notice the slight changes that you're creating within the body. Notice if you started to speed the breath up, if you started to rush through the pose. And we'll take one more breath to come back to center. Hands come to the heart. Blink the eyes open. On your inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Palms touch. As you exhale, lead with the heart, dive forward over the thighs. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Reach the heart forward. Now as you exhale, you'll hinge forward. Bend the knees. Step that right foot back so that the heel can come comfortably to the floor, and then we'll straighten through the left leg. Hands can stay on the floor on the fingertips. You can bring them to that thigh. And then I want you to reach the heart forward. Feel the chin tuck so that the back of the neck is long. Keep pressing into the ball of this left toe mound right underneath the big toe. And then we'll reach the heart forward. Belly button pulls to the spine. Take one more breath here. And then you can choose to stay here, or you can take a big inhale and then exhale to hinge forward. Keep pressing into the ball of this left toe. Keep pressing the right heel back. Take another full cycle of breath. As you let go of any other distractions that you're encountering, take another full breath here. And then you'll put a slight bend in that left knee. Step the right foot all the way back, coming onto the ball of the right foot. Engage the core. Take a full cycle of breath in and a full breath out to engage the back leg. The next inhale will rise up. Find your lunge pose. Reach the heel back. Sink into that front knee. Hands can be right alongside the ears. You can bring them to the heart or back to the hips. Spiral the inner right thigh to the back. Soften the shoulders down the back. Lift up through the torso. Take a full cycle of breath here. Feel the hips and the shoulders in line with one another. Put a smile on your face. Lift the heart up towards the chin. Take one more full breath. And again, wherever you want the hands to be, we know we're going to go into balancing in Warrior 3. So engage the core, prepare the left foot, and see if in one sweeping motion you can come into Warrior 3, extending the right foot back. You can do this nice and slow to help your balance. Hover the torso off the floor, reach the right heel back, soften the shoulders away from the back of the head. Keep pressing into the left foot. Take another full cycle of breath here to settle. With control, see if you can come all the way up to balance. Right knee in line with the right hip. Grow tall through the left leg and the torso. Take a full cycle of breath here. And then we'll cross now. The right knee all the way over the left. Slight bend in the left knee. Arms out to that cactus pose, and then the right elbow is going to come underneath the left. Press the elbows away from the shoulders, forearms in line with the floor. Take another full cycle of breath. And then keep the legs where they are. Bring the hands to the hips, come to standing. Grow nice and tall through the left leg. Soften the shoulders down the back. One more breath in. And then exhale to release the right foot down to the floor. Find your mountain pose. Extend the palms forward. Extend the fingertips down to the floor. Take a full cycle of breath with the eyes closed. Feel the balance that you have created now in both legs. Feel the feet firming more to the earth. See if you can find that lift through the center of the heart. Take one more breath here. And then we'll bring the hands back to the heart. When you're ready, blink the eyes open. Put a big smile back on your face. As you inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Palms touch overhead. As you exhale, lead with the heart, dive over the thighs. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins. Reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees. Step the left foot back. Make sure that the right ankle is underneath the right knee. Spiral the left foot down. Now on your inhale, windmill up into warrior two. You'll put a bend in that front knee, but if the knee starts going past the ankle, just start to heel toe that foot forward. Extend the fingertips away from one another. Open up through the chest. And as the fingertips try and touch opposite walls, you'll gaze over the front middle finger. Scoop the right glute underneath this hip, and then see if you can sink a little bit deeper. Take one more full cycle of breath. And you'll bring the right forearm down to this right thigh. The left hand can be at the hip, or you can extend it right past the left ear. The thumb is going to be pointed up towards the ceiling and the pinky rotated to the floor. Pull the belly button to the spine and then start to rotate the bottom ribs up towards the ceiling. Once you get there, pause, keep pressing into both feet evenly. Maybe gaze past that left armpit or down towards the floor, whatever feels better for the neck. And then wherever you choose to be, feel a stretch along the left side of the torso. Take one more full cycle of breath here. Bring this left hand to the left hip if it's not there. Press into the ball of the foot. Straighten through the right leg. Rotate the right toes forward. Inhale to lift up and out of the heart. And then as you exhale, let's hinge forward all the way down to the floor. Hands come right underneath the shoulders. Reach the crown of the head forward. And then as you exhale, hinge all the way down. You can roll the weight into the toes. Maybe walk the hands in line with the feet, or you can keep them underneath the shoulders. But I want you to feel the weight coming into the toes. Tuck the chin. Let go in the torso. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Take one more breath. I want you to stay here with the hands on the floor. Bend in the knees. Start to walk now to the left foot. Rotate to where if you were on a mat, you would now be at the back of the mat. Press into the ball of the left foot. Spiral now the right foot down to the floor. Make sure that the heel will line up with that back foot. With the right arm, you'll come all the way up into warrior two on the opposite side. Sink into the left knee. Seal the outer edge of the back foot to the floor and try and touch the walls with opposite fingers. Grow tall through the spine and bring the gaze now over the left middle finger. Sink into the front knee. Find your breath again and find your smile. Take one more cycle of breath here. See if you can grow a little bit taller through the spine. And then when you exhale, left forearm now to the left thigh. Right hand can be at the right hip to start if you would like. Pull the belly button to the back of the spine. Rotate the bottom ribs up to the ceiling. Feel the outer edge of that back foot really pressing to the floor. And then when you're ready, you can extend the arm past the right ear. If you do this, the pinkies are pointed down and the thumb is pointed up. So rotate the arm. And then you can gaze wherever feels comfortable. Feel that rotation in the spine though, and the ribs trying to shine up, the bottom ribs trying to shine up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Take one more cycle here. And then you're going to bring that right hand back to the right hip. Begin to straighten through the left foot, rotate the heels back forward. Hands can be at the hips. Inhale to grow tall. As you exhale, hinge forward. Release the hands all the way down to the floor. Widen the feet as wide as you can, and then reach the crown of the head forward so you feel the weight come into the toes, and then exhale to come forward. So if you're here, that's great. If you have blocks or you have pillows underneath you to bring the floor closer to you, that's awesome. I just want you to feel the weight pushing forward into the toes. And I want you to let go through the torso. So sometimes we hold a lot of tension in the back, the shoulders, and the neck. So see if you can bring any awareness there and use your breath to release that tension. One more full breath. And then let's bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Slight bend in the knees so you can start to pivot back to where we started. Come to the ball of the right foot. Put a bend in that right knee and press into the right foot. When you're ready, you're going to spring forward. Left foot meets the right. Inhale with a flat back. Hands come to the shins. Reach the head forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Hands release to the sides of the body for mountain pose. Take 3 breaths here. Take one more breath in and a full breath out. Blink the eyes open. On your inhale, bring the arms out and up. This time as you exhale, bend in the knees, drop the sit bones, come into chair pose. Feel the entire foot grounding into the floor. As you sit the sit bones back, can you tuck the chin so that the back of the neck is long? Engage the belly button. Take one more breath. Sit a little bit deeper like you're trying to sit in a chair. And then stay here. Bring the hands to the heart. As you sit the booty back, I want you to sit a little bit lower. Inhale, though, to grow tall through the spine. As you exhale, first twist towards the right side. Bring the left elbow to the right thigh. Press the palms together. Feel a spread in the shoulder blades. And gaze over the right shoulder. Take a big full breath here. Inhale to unwind. Pause for your exhale. Grow a little bit taller through the spine. Sit the glutes a little bit lower. This time as you exhale, twist to the opposite side. Hook the elbow towards the thigh. If it doesn't hook, you just want to twist in that rotation. And then once you find that spot, press the palms together. Gaze towards the left elbow. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale to unwind, sit a little bit lower. The booty should be firing here. Take one more breath, sit a little bit lower, and then use the hands, maybe some help to come all the way down to the floor. Once the booty is on the floor, ground the sit bones, rock the booty from side to side, and then you're going to parallel the shins, or the calves, to the floor. You can use the hands for a little bit of help for balance. You can also bring them behind the knees. That's also helpful. Now, as you do that, feel the calves parallel to the floor. Reach the heart up. Engage the belly button. You should be feeling this in the belly. Take another breath. Maybe put the hands along the sides of the calves. Soften the shoulders. One more cycle of breath here. Feel the collarbone move away from the chin. Hinge forward, bring the soles of the feet together. And as you press the thumbs into the arches, reach the heart forward so you have a flat back. Press the elbows into the thighs. And with that flat back, see if you can reach the sternum towards the toes. You might not hinge very far. And then if there's a lot of tightness in the thighs, just have the body coming in towards this position. You can even just do one leg at a time if that feels better. And then once you find the spot that works for you, that's when you want to close the eyes, refocus on your breath. Take one more cycle here. And then back to boat pose one last time. Can bring the hands behind the shins. Can even do one toe at a time just to get there. And then once you find that position you want to be in, heart lifts. You can maybe even try the hands along the sides of the knees. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Hinge forward, soles of the feet come together. Grab for the arches. Elbows press into the thighs. Reach the sternum forward. And then exhale to fold forward. Big, deep inhale in. And a full breath out. Keep the eyes closed if possible. Find a comfortable seated position. So if you come into cross-legged, if that feels comfortable for you, if you like the legs extended out in front of you, find what feels good for you. Rock the sit bones from side to side. Then I want you to ground the tops of the palms onto the knees. Reach the heart forward. Grow tall through the spine. Put a little smile on your face, but I want you now to bring all of your awareness back to your breath. And even if it's just for a few breaths a day, it's important to take time to recenter yourself from all of your daily activities. So take 3 breaths here to end our practice together. After your 3rd breath, when you're ready, you can bring the hands to the heart. Keep your eyes closed. Press the thumbs into the sternum. Take this final breath here in and a final breath out. Keep the eyes closed. Bring your awareness now back to the word that you chose to maybe set the tone of the day. And check in now with your internal demeanor. How has your focus shifted? Repeat your word to yourself silently. And then when you're ready, blink the eyes open. Namaste. Thanks, you guys, for taking the time to join me today. I hope that you had a really great practice and Bruno wasn't too distracting. I think sometimes he gets bored being in here by himself. But it is such a good reminder, again, to work through these distractions that we encounter on the mat, because it's those distractions that we can deal with on the mat that helps us deal with the distractions that happen to us off the mat. Hope you have a really great day. You really focus on the word that you chose to set the tone for your day, because it didn't happen by chance that word came into your mind or into your heart. So have a really great day. Keep a smile on your face. Get outside, and thanks for your time and for your support.